This is Dwayne with the old school 4x4. I just bought the Premier Power Welder well, I've had it for about 7 years, and I just bought the Ready Welder to go with the Premier Power Welder. And so, what I'm going to do is show everyone how to hook it up. So here it is. This is the Ready Welder model 10,000 ADP CS. So it's got the cold start. Basically what the cold start means is the other systems that do not have the CS on the end, the tip is always hot. But if you have the CS on the end, the wire doesn't go hot until you pull the trigger. Then the wire goes hot. So let me pull everything out here and then I'll explain exactly what we've got. Alright, what we have in the box, what's left, is we have the power converter. This is what you'll hook up to the cold start when you'll hook it up here on the cold start when you use another machine, a MIG machine or ARC machine that you hook it up to. You have the two adapters here. You have a hole here you can put a screw in. See the screw that's inside the bag here. Screw goes in there. Then you use this cable and you hook these two to the batteries to where you can create the 24 volts. Comes with a couple adapters, the gas fitting, and this is and if you want to use gas and use regular steel wire. Now for the lines, you can see that's about 10 feet long. And then what you have here is, once you have the negative and the positive hooked to the two batteries to put them in series, then I put a little red tape on here. Then you would hook this to the positive and this to the negative of the two batteries, creating 24 volts. When it comes here, this is your adapter. It only goes in one way. And then for the flex core that I'll be using, then you use the system as straight polarity. As you can see, this is your Ready Welder. And open the cover, you spin it, and it comes apart. Now you have the inside. So if you unscrew this, then here's your end, but it's all connected together right now. Take this off so it's easier to get the wire to go through. Now I'll be using flex core. Remember, for when you use flex core, it's straight polarity. And as I stated, if you weld on your vehicle, then it's reverse polarity. Okay, I just put the wire in. You can see that it goes in here. You hold this up, push the wire straight through, and then it comes out here. And then make sure that you have the wire at the top down here, not coming up this way. And then it just fits in there, nice and easy. And then you can pull it through further. Pull it through. Now it's secure. Put this on. And it just keeps turning and it stops. And that's it. And I put this back on. So now it's it's loaded. Now they do say do not hook up the wire if you have it hooked up to the batteries. So now what I'm going to do is open the hood of the old school Jeep and hook up the Premier Power Welder to it. Okay, now I've got the leads, the positive, negative for the Premier Power Welder. You have the ground, and then you just have the regular electrode holder. With the Premier Power Welder, the electrode holder is positive and the ground is ground. That's reverse polarity. Straight polarity has the ground as positive and the electrode as the negative. That's reverse polarity. And with all new vehicles, because of the computers, you want to be in reverse polarity. Now with the Premier Power Welder, and I've had this for a while, so you've got the positive and the negative. You got the on switch, and over here is the switch to welder to charge. So right now it's, of course it's not running, but we'll get it up to about the weld, but we'll hook everything together. So what I can do now is hook the Ready Welder up to the Premier Power Welder. So right now the negative, and since I want to hook this up into straight polarity, so what I've done is I've hooked up the Ready Welder, the positive to the negative clamp on the Premier, and the negative to the electrode holder, which is the positive. So when in straight polarity, the gun itself in straight polarity will be the negative and the ground will be the positive. So now I'm going to plug in to the Premier Power Welder. Hooking the negative in, and I hook in the positive. Now I'll crank up the vehicle. With the Premier Power Welder, there's two lights. The red one is on. That is showing that it's in straight polarity. Remember, you want the green light if you're welding on your own vehicle, reverse polarity. Now, I go over to the vehicle on the Premier Power Welder. You can see it's just doing normal charge right now. I'm going to turn it on. And I raise the RPM, then I turn the switch on to take it to welding, and I'll raise it up. I've done here, instead of hooking it up to the cables, what I did on the splitter, I just hooked it straight to the rear power welder. So what I ended up doing, I can still hook it to the batteries, but with the Premier Power Welder, for straight polarity, I put the negative on the positive on the negative. And that's because of the flex core wire. But also what I had to do was I had to remove the cold start switch because the solenoid was bad. You can see this is what inside of the cold start. All it is a solenoid like on a Jeep fender, and it just wasn't engaging, so I removed it. So don't want that shit to happen on the trail, so I'll get rid of it now. But it works real well.